Well, hi, everybody. Welcome again to my virtual campfire. Good timing. I just tossed another log on it, so I'm glad you're here. I hope you're having a great week and that you will smile a little bit at what I'm going to read to you in a second. I saw this several years ago, but then I came across it the other day and I thought, wow, that's kind of profound. Again, you will smile. But now, before I start, I'm going to go back to a saying that this Jewish lady told me that I heard when I was at the Holocaust Museum a few weeks ago in Chicago. And the saying was something like this: when hot tar is getting ready to be poured on your head, you forget about the toothache. Think about that. This old Jewish woman said, when hot tar is being poured on your head, you forget about your toothache. A lot of times I think that we as human beings, just it's normal to whine and complain when there's lots of other things that we can be worried about, that we probably should be worried about. Like maybe what's going to happen with our world on a macro level, even though there's nothing that we can do about it. When hot tar is being poured in your head or getting ready to be poured in your head, it's easy to forget about your toothache. All right, here's that funny story. It's about a girl that went to college and she just didn't write to her parents. So she's been gone for a little while. She finally writes to her mom and dad and says, if you've heard this, just relax. Dear Mom and Dad, it has been 3 months since I left for college. I've been remiss in writing. I'm very sorry for my thoughtlessness and not having written until now, but there's a lot to tell you. I'll bring you up to date, but before you read on, please sit down. You are not to read any further unless you are sitting down, okay? Well, I'm getting along pretty well now. The skull fracture and the concussion I got when I jumped out of the window of the dorm when it caught fire shortly after my arrival are pretty well healed by now. I spent 2 weeks in the hospital and now I can see almost normally and only get a severe headache once a day. Fortunately, the fire in the dorm and my jump was witnessed by an attendant at the gas station near the dorm. He was the one who called the fire department and the ambulance. He also visited me at the hospital. And since I had nowhere to live because of the burnout dormitory, he was kind enough to invite me to share his apartment with him. Isn't that nice? It's really a basement room, but it's kind of cute. He's a very fine boy, and we have fallen deeply in love, and we're planning on getting married. We haven't set the exact date yet, but it will be before my pregnancy begins to show. So, yes, Mom and Dad, I'm pregnant. I know how much you're looking forward to being grandparents. And I know you'll welcome the baby and give it the same love and devotion and tender care you gave me when I was a child. The reason for the delay in our marriage is that my boyfriend has some minor infection, which prevents us from passing our premarital blood tests, and I carelessly caught it from him. This will soon clear up with the penicillin injections I'm taking now. I know you will welcome him into the family with open arms. He's kind, and although he's not very well educated, he is ambitious. I'm sure that you will love him as I do. His family background is a good one too. He says his father is an important gun bearer in the village in Africa from where he comes. Now that I have brought you up to date, I want to tell you there was no dormitory fire. I did not have a concussion or a skull fracture. I was not in the hospital. I am not pregnant, and I am not engaged. Oh, and I do not have syphilis. However, I am getting a D in sociology and an F in science, and I wanted you to see these grades in the proper perspective. Your loving daughter. You think that's cute? I do. It's been out there for a long, long time. I haven't seen it in years until recently. I just thought I needed to read that and give you something to think about to keep things in perspective. Going back to what that old Jewish woman said at the Holocaust Museum about when hot tar is being poured on you, it's easy to forget about your toothache. It's keeping things in perspective. We got a lot of things going on in our world right now, a lot. And if you focus on only the negative, it's hard sometimes to see the positive. We have a negative bias. Positive TV news stories, they don't go over very well. They just don't. You may say, oh, that's wrong. Well, if they went over so well, why don't we see more positive stories? Because human beings are something the way we're wired that we like that sensational stuff. Ooh, the fire in the dorm and the syphilis and the whatever. Oh, we like that. But I think we need to keep it in proper perspective. I'm an RVer, been an RVer most of my life. And little things will bother the hell out of me. When something breaks and I can't get this, when something goes wrong, it's always at the wrong time. It's not very convenient for me. And I get frustrated and I blow it up into this thing that in the overall scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. When hot tar is being poured on your head, it's easy to forget about your toothache. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Kind of a short video today, but I appreciate you joining me. I hope you're having a great week, and you'll drop a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up, share it on social media with your family and friends and folks who might need a little bit of Wingman wisdom. All right, thank you all very much. I'm Alan Warren. I am the Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. Bye-bye, everybody.